All right, have and have not fans, but this is one of those videos where I'm going to be a bit like kind of done with the subject. What I mean by that is I can't believe this is still a thing in the show. And if you watched the video I did about is Candace really changing for the better, then I have a suspicion about how I want her to do better, but also for there to be consequences for her actions. A lot of people are like, I just want Candace and Charles to get together again and yada yada yada. But you really have to think about everything Candace has done up until this point in the series, from beating people with golf clubs to pushing people out of windows to having thugs, taunt her mother, and the list goes on. So it's just one of these things where I hope Tyler Perry makes it so Candace willingly accepts the punishment for her crimes. Like, sure, she's been outed by the media for her treacherous and wicked ways, but to be honest, I think she may indeed just be biding her time, because I'm glad to hear things like, I want to do better, not for mom, but for myself. But at the end of the day, if you really wanted to do better, Candace, why don't you just give the money back to the criers, because it doesn't even belong to you? I mean, I feel like her holding on to that money is almost like, her kind of holding on to the piece of herself, or I guess you could say the money could represent Candace's old persona that she's trying to turn away from. But her not letting go of the money is like, it's almost like, you say you're going on a diet, but you don't want to throw away that box of donuts you have in your house. It's like, hey, I've been sugar free for like 3 days. I have been intaking, candy or sweets. So I'm living a healthier lifestyle, but I can't bring myself to just toss that box of donuts away. I know that's a weird comparison, but that's literally what I think about when I think about Candace not giving the money. Well, I mean, in the donut situation, it's not like you stole the donuts from someone else and you refuse to give it back. It's just that you just don't want to let go of that lifestyle because the temptation is a bit too much. I don't know. Some people may indeed keep those sweets around to prove to themselves that I can fight my cravings and eat healthier and be healthier even with the temptation still there. But we're talking about, what is it, like 8.7 or 8.8? It's over $8 million. But you just don't want to give it back. And also, who's going to pay off the negative balance at the bank? I forgot the exact amount, but I think it's what, a few $1,000s that Hannah and Benny's joint bank account is overdrawn at their bank. So it's like, who's going to pay that off? Ain't nobody working right now. Remember, Catherine in jail. So, well, excuse me, Catherine is in the process of being arrested. So as far as we know, Hannah probably still won't be working. And yeah, she was going to go to the Artesian Hotel the next day in order to check things out and get ready for her job there, because remember, she refuses to work at Catherine's house so long as Jim is there. So she's going to take a full-time spot at the Artesian, being kind of like the head of the cleaning staff and whatnot. But yeah, if Catherine's gone, then Hannah's probably not going to be working. And unless, Catherine makes a phone call to say, hey, Hannah Young, she's going to be working there now, then that's different. Because, even with Catherine in jail, I'm pretty sure, the other people who have, invested in the hotel will be able to pay, send their paychecks and whatnot. But Candace is still not going to get the money back based off the episode synopsis in the month of February. So I'm really just kind of annoyed by this. It makes no sense. And I know people are like, well, yeah, they can. Some people are in the Benny mindset, like, yeah, she should take that money. And after everything the criers have, well, specifically Jim has done, they deserve that money. Nah, not really how that works, guys. It really isn't. Just give the money back. The longer Candace holds on to that money, the more likely she is to just revert back to her old lifestyle. So I honestly think that this needs to just be over and done with. So leave your thoughts in the comment section below on this. Do you think she should keep the money? Here's a better question. Kind of like what I've been saying all along. It's not about whether or not she should give the money back, because honestly she should. But do you think Candace is holding on to that money simply because she is unsure about what kind of life she wants to live. Because once again, if she gave the money back, that's like the best step in the right direction. She could have easily sent the money back and called Jim and or Catherine, or at the very least, if he didn't answer, just send a voicemail, or they would have got the notification that the money was back in there. But I'm kind of done talking about the money. But once we get into the next set of episodes, the money is going to still be a thing, so I will have to bring it up in episode reviews begrudgingly. So let me know your thoughts. Make sure you subscribe. Check me out on social media. Links are in the description below. And with that being said, I will talk to you all later.